11, could the man who shot President Ronald Reagan 35 years ago today be on his way to getting out of a mental hospital for good? A judge is deciding whether to allow John Hinckley Jr. to live full-time right here in Hampton Roads. On the anniversary of the assassination attempt, News Channel 3's Blaine Stewart looks at where Hinckley is now and his chances of freedom.
John Hinckley Jr. may soon accomplish something no other man has, shooting an American president and then walking the streets full-time as a free man.
I don't think anyone who owned a television in 1981 would have ever expected, one, that we would be talking about Hinckley being released, but two, that he would have fallen into the condition of sort of anonymity that he has at this point.
Dr. Felicia Flores is a psychology educator who's closely studied the attempt on President Reagan's life and Hinckley's motive.
He was just looking for a target, essentially. He was looking for something to do, some way to commit front-page murder, as he himself said. And he certainly attempted to.
Since a jury found him not guilty by reason of insanity, Hinckley's lived at a mental hospital. For the past 2 years, he's been allowed to spend 17 days a month at his mother's home in Kingsmill in Williamsburg. While he's there, he walks the streets as a seemingly average man. Most people never even notice. Sandra Cockersberger worked with him at a local hospital.
I don't think they should fear him because I don't think, you know, that he's a danger to anyone.
That is one of two things the judge is considering right now. Is Hinckley a danger to anyone, including himself? The other, how can he afford to live on his own? In court last year, Hinckley said he'd tried to get jobs at Starbucks and Subway, but that his almost always present Secret Service escort was a turnoff for potential employers. His presence on the peninsula alone does not sit well with some.
Anytime you know you have someone in your community that's committed the types of crimes that Mr. Hinckley committed, it's a concern.
But public opinion will have no bearing on whether he gets out. Dr. Flores believes it's not a matter of if Hinckley is released permanently, but when.
Do you think he has a fighting chance?
Yes. I believe that he'll be released very shortly on permanent convalescent leave.
Hinckley's revealed his plans for life after the hospital. He'd like to get a place at Newport News because of what he calls the younger crowd there. A lover of music, Hinckley says he'd also like to join a band. Now, the judge's decision on a permanent release could come sometime this year. Blaine Stewart, News Channel 3.